Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Ripple is doubling down on XRP. So says Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. And so for all of you out there who have questioned Ripple's confidence in the long-term viability of XRP, for all of you that have questioned, is Ripple really counting on XRP getting adopted in a major way in order for their business model to succeed? From my perspective, it could not be more clear that Ripple not only is behind XRP today stronger than ever before, but that's never wavered, frankly. And I think a lot of the fear that comes from the community, and look, it's okay, I get it, we all have skin in the game, especially when price does this or that. That's mostly where people are coming from. And some of us that are really, really ingrained in the community and crazy enough like me, perhaps, or probably you if you're listening to this channel. If you're as into XRP as I am, then probably you too. You're looking at the news on a daily basis and considering all of this when determining, okay, what's the likelihood that perhaps XRP is going to be here in a few decades. You know, I get it. We're all doing that. It's perfectly reasonable. But here's the thing, from my perspective. As far as XRP price action, in my humble opinion, in the short term, right now, it's not a good metric in determining the usefulness and long-term viability of XRP, because XRP is simply following the price action of Bitcoin in a general sense, not down to the second, the minute, the day, this or that, so on and so forth. But for those people that see the day-to-day jostling in terms of price and are like, oh gosh, I don't know about XRP, oh my god, no, it's speculators do it. That's my humble opinion. Now, be clear, I don't have a financial background. I am not offering financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write, but I am happy to share my everyday Joe Schmo opinions. And a lot of the fear that I see and the questioning, oh my god, is Ripple going to pull this off in terms of positioning XRP as a bridge currency? A lot of times it comes back to just this daily volatility, and I just think, I get it, the emotional ties, I do understand, I respect it, but it doesn't really make logical sense to, in my humble opinion, to let that type of consideration drive your logic in terms of whether or not it makes sense or whether or not it's logical to think that there will be long-term success for XRP. But before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button, I would definitely appreciate the support. And also, if you are a fan of Ripple and XRP, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel, because this is the Moon Lamboest of all channels on the YouTubes. I'm told by high sources at Ripple that matters. I don't know what the hell that means. All right. Shout out to XRP Crypto, by the way, who shared this piece I wanted to at least touch on here, because Swell is going on, Ripple's Swell conference, their annual Swell conference, as I record this. And I'm probably going to have to cover most of it tomorrow, I'm guessing, because only so much is getting out in a timely fashion that will align with when I can record stuff anyway. But I do have some stuff to say. Like, this is coming from Swell, don't get me wrong, but I just have a feeling that there's going to be more from crypto media, more coming out from the XRP community side. I'm just saying I don't suspect this will be the end of me talking about Swell. But here was a piece from You Today titled, Ripple CEO Teases Fun Surprises at Swell, which really stemmed from this particular tweet from Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. Our fourth annual Ripple Swell 2020 has officially commenced, from Toronto to San Francisco, Singapore to virtual. We have a fantastic lineup of speakers, panels, demos, and some fun surprises over the next 2 days. Swello and welcome. You see what he did there? Instead of hello, he did swello. I like it. You're funny, Brad Garlinghouse. I like you. And so, jumping down into this a little bit, and I actually saw this a video that Crypto Eddie put out just yesterday, and it ended up getting covered here. According to YouTuber Crypto Eddie, Ripple also touched upon its newly launched XRP-based lending product that allows getting on-demand capital to grow with on-demand liquidity, or ODL for short, and scale their business globally. It wasn't mentioned who would act as a provider for wallets. Yeah, and it was also interesting, and I first heard this from Crypto Eddie yesterday when I was watching the video, but in terms of those entities that are taking loans out, XRP loans out, apparently they're all going to be paid back in whatever the local fiat currency in question is, rather than XRP, which I thought was interesting. So how about that? We're continuing to learn. We really, to be honest with you, even after that, like, we still don't know a ton about the mechanics behind it. It's frustrating because we're in the XRP community. We want to know. We want to be able to talk about this in an intelligent fashion, but we're just not privy to the specifics. And so we just do the best we can to put the pieces together with the information made available. And that's what we know to this point. So I like how we all share with each other, though. It's cool stuff. Shout out to The Rock XRP, who shared this next piece from the Daily Hodl, titled, Ripple Chief Says Payments Firm Doubling Down on XRP After Crypto Asset Hits $2 billion, a Cross-Border Milestone. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says 1/5 of all transactions on its global payments network RippleNet are now performed using the crypto asset XRP. Now, I'm no math wizard, but 1/5 sounds a lot like exactly 20%. 20% of all transactions on RippleNet utilizing XRP as a bridge currency. Well, holy hell. I have to tell you, if I had to make a shot in the dark guess, I don't think I would have guessed the percentage would have been as high as 20%, especially if you're considering how many customers have been on board. You're talking about the last public number anyway on RippleNet, 350. I believe, I apologize if I'm misspeaking, I'm pretty damn sure though, the last publicly available information from Ripple, they stated that they have over 350 customers. And we know that there are however many few dozens of those customers utilizing XRP as a bridge currency via on-demand liquidity. And so, unless, I mean, gosh, do you think that 20% of their customers are using that? Or is it more so that there's just bigger payment flows coming from some of those customers that are utilizing it? It's interesting, right? That would really be interesting if the customers that are utilizing on-demand liquidity are just getting a ton of utility out of it. That would be fascinating. But anyway, at a live stream event during Ripple Swell 2020, Garlinghouse offered a number of updates on Ripple's Ripple's cross-border payments network and its XRP-powered on-demand liquidity platform. Garlinghouse says XRP and ODL are crucial to Ripple's global expansion and its long-term success. And indeed, nothing has changed, my friends. XRP has, and in all likelihood always will be, at the core of Ripple's business model. There is no wildly successful Ripple without XRP having a meaningful piece. That's what I firmly believe. Here's a quote from Brad Garlinghouse. In the 3 years that RippleNet has been live, we've done over 2 million transactions with a nominal value of over $7 billion. We have hundreds of customers. We're seeing the greatest traction across Asia. Now it's also clear our customers are increasingly interested in emerging markets. This includes Latin America, Africa, and Asia Pacific. I also think we all can agree some of these regions were likely abandoned by traditional correspondent banking over the last decade. It's also clear to me that XRP is the key behind RippleNet. Ding, ding, ding. Can I read that one sentence again? It's from Ripple CEO, and I'm telling you, there is no indication that they are abandoning what they're doing. The sentence is, it's also clear to me that XRP is the key behind RippleNet. Its speed, its scalability, and its low cost per transaction make it perfect for instant settlement and exchange of value. It was built for payments. It has real utility, and that's why it works. And so from my perspective, that is pure gold, because my investment thesis is that utility matters and will win the day. And while that's firmly my investment thesis, and I am not interested in any cryptocurrency that doesn't have a strong promise or is today offering some sort of real world solution, like, I'm not interested in investing in that, right? I'm simply not. And I understand that even if there's real world utility with any project, yeah, things can go wrong, this or that. It's highly risky to invest in this asset class. I'm fully happy to acknowledge all of that, but I could not be more confident because I do see real world adoption of XRP. And all the while, I am happy to acknowledge that in the short term, it's not mattering to enough people, but that's not because of something Ripple's doing wrong. The entire asset class moves together. More specifically, it'd be a little more precise to state that altcoins follow Bitcoin, right? That's absolutely, we can talk about the reasons for that. I'm not going to end this video, but that is, to me, an undeniable truth of life. And so eventually, I do believe that more thoughtful individuals, as there's maturation of the space, I do believe that bigger money, like institutions, for example, if they're going to invest in a cryptocurrency, might care a little bit more about utility than the everyday retailer does in October of 2020, which is the month and year as I record this video. I think it's going to matter a lot more in the future. I don't know when it's going to change, and so I'm not really interested in investing in coins that don't offer any sort of promise, right? And here's the rest of his quote. Using XRP, we launched on-demand liquidity about 2 years ago. Now, if you look at RippleNet as a whole, about 20% of all transactions on RippleNet are using XRP or on-demand liquidity, and they have a nominal value of about $2 billion. That's awesome. Garlinghouse also highlights RippleNet customer Zemo's use of on-demand liquidity. Now listen to this quote. Zemo, who has talked publicly about some of their experiences, have said they're saving between 30% and 50% when arranging currency transfers between customers in the Philippines and those in the UK and Europe using on-demand liquidity. I think we can say without reservation, 2020 has been a huge year for on-demand liquidity, and we're continuing to see rapid growth as we enter the back half of 2020. So we're excited by that interest from customers. We're excited even in the quarantine customers seeing real value from that. And that's why there's always going to be people like me, and perhaps you. You can tell me why if you've invested in XRP, you can tell me why. But I'm telling you, there are people out there that are following this stuff. There are. Even if there's not enough, fine, there's not enough. And I would make that case. I don't think there are enough people that are weighting the importance of utility. I'll definitely make that case, at least as things stand today. But what do you think is ultimately going to happen? Here's a problem that can only be solved with a technologically sufficient, decentralized cryptocurrency with an open market price. There's only one being positioned that fits the bill for this particular use case. That's XRP. It's functionally being used here, which means that there's actual value, which is different than price. And what do you think is going to happen as more people enter? Because understand, if we're putting money in because we see there's value there, and so as a result, there is an open market price today for XRP. What's going to happen is more institutions and humans recognize this and purchase XRP, which is a scarce asset. There's only so much XRP out there. What do you think might happen? Supply and demand. It's simple supply and demand here. And so I couldn't be more thrilled to be here. I get it. It's, we don't know exactly how this is all going to pan out. We don't know what the timeline's going to look like in terms of super duper price appreciation. And that's why for me, the name of the game is patience. I will out-patient anyone else, as I always say. So cool stuff here. But I guess I'll go ahead and wrap up there. But I would love to hear how you guys are feeling. Can I kind of check the pulse of the room here? How are you guys feeling about the adoption of XRP and its actual use case? Because again, this is the solution humans have not come up with in 50 years. A different solution. Like, this is it. This is the one solution humans have in 50 years to fix the train wreck that Swift is. This is it. So let me know. But I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.